Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Haribol! Palvi, it's wonderful. Okay, now Maithili, go ahead and sing for me Hare Krishna.
Mataji, you're like this.
Huh? Hare Krishna? Can you sing Maithili, please?
Mataji, we can hear you, but...
Yeah, that is my picture. That's my picture. It's not my video actually. It's my picture.
Hare Rama,
I tricked you.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Haribol, Maithili, beautiful singing. Prutu, go ahead and sing. Okay, Prutu is not singing. There is another kid. What's I always forget her name, how to pronounce.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, you can sing Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. What?
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Oh
Hare.
yeah. Hare Krishna.
You don't have to sing, just say Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Oh.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Oh, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Very good. Thank you.
Okay.
Jahnavi, go ahead. Oh, Laxmi Mataji there. Okay, Laxmi Mataji, it's all yours now.
Okay, Mataji.
Jahnavi, sing and then Laxmi Mataji will take over from there, okay?
Okay, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji, this is Risha. I didn't have a turn. Hare Krishna Mataji, this is Baldev. Hare Krishna Mataji, this is Jahnavi.
Hare Krishna, Jahnavi.
Hare Krishna Mataji, this is Maitli.
Hare
Hare Krishna Mataji, this is Levan and Sia.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, this is Risha. Hare Krishna Mataji, this is Jangir.
Hare Krishna, Shubhadra. All right, kids, welcome to today's Damodar class. Let's get started. All right. So you know the drill. Let's do this. Okay. All right. So we are going to start today's class with Shri Guru Pranam Mantra. It is on your screen, and we are going to do it together, followed by Hare Krishna Mahamantra 11 times. So let's do it.
Guru Vaishnavamsha Vedopam Swagatam Sahaganam Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna,
All right.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
All right, kids, that was beautiful. I saw that you were so engrossed in chanting that you didn't realize we moved to the other slide, right? So that is amazing. I really like it. All right, kids. So we're going to continue with the story that we were reading in the last couple of days, chapter 10. Today is the third day, and we're going to continue with that. So anybody remembers where we left off yesterday? No.
To the forest to stay for 14 years. To the forest for 14 years.
That is correct. So Lord Ram is
Forest for
almost
14.
getting. That is right. So Lord Ram is almost getting ready to leave for the forest. And that is where they're talking about what happens, how Dashrath is feeling, how Keka is feeling, how Kaushalya, Mother Kaushalya is feeling, and what's the situation Sita is in, and all that kind of stuff, right? So all that is going on. So let's see what happens here. So Lord Ram actually wanted to follow all the scriptural instructions regarding the life of forest. So he knew that how when you go to forest, you're in exile, how you have to live there, what are the conditions, what kind of luxuries can you have, right? So he definitely wanted to follow the scriptures, and that is why he's telling his father that his father Dashrath, that he doesn't want anything, any kind of opulences. The only thing that he wants is his weapons and a spade for digging roots. So he needs weapons so that he can protect his family, because you need weapon in the forest, right? They could be dangerous animals, they could be demons there, so he has to protect the family. And just to dig stuff out for food and stuff, he just wanted a spade, and that's it. He said he doesn't want anything else. He also looked at the servants who were around, and he said, okay, get us some tree barks. We have to get rid of this royal jewelry and garments that we have. And then we have to go to the forest in the kind of, we should get into the outfit that is more appropriate for forest kind of a life, right? Not these jewels and jewelry and very heavy silky clothes and all that kind of stuff. So I should change into that, those kind of forest friendly clothes. And then when Kekri heard that, she was so thrilled. So immediately what she did, she rushed and got some, box and grosses, clothes made of box and grosses for Sita. And she gave it to Sita and said, okay, put on these clothes. Lord Ram and Lakshman quickly changed into those clothes, but Sita wasn't used to wearing anything of this sort. Neither Lord Ram and Lakshman, but they were still able to manage. But Sita was just trying hard to wear those clothes, and she wasn't just able to. She was almost getting into tears. She didn't know what to do. Then Lord Ram helped her with that. But even though when all this was going on, she was going through all this, it didn't impact KK at all. She was looking at it. She was so excited. She was just quiet and she was just seeing what's going on, but she was just not reacting to this. Others around, other people around.
Mataji, this is Garangi.
Hare Krishna, Garangi. All right, so everybody around that, including the servants or Dashrath, King Dashrath, everybody was so unhappy when they were watching all that happening. But Kekai was just not impacted by that. And yeah, so all the people around there, they were saying, oh, this princess, this noble princess doesn't deserve to wear these kind of clothes and doesn't deserve to live in forest. She definitely does not deserve this kind of a life. She should live here, in the palace. That's what she deserves. She shouldn't go, she shouldn't suffer. So everybody was kind of talking on those lines. But at the same time, Rishi Vashishta was there. He was also there. So if you can look at the picture, he's right there, and he saw all this going on. He always considered he considered Lord Ram and Sita very, very close to him, just like his own kids. So he was very, very angry looking at what was going on with Sita. And he started talking to Kekai, saying that, oh, you are a cruel woman. How can you do this to her? You have no shame. Well, nothing impacted Kekai. She just kept listening, but she didn't care for anything. She was ultimately getting what she wanted. So she didn't care for who is saying what. So even though Vashisht kept saying stuff to her, he was saying that she's so used to the royal life, she's so used to those heavy and gorgeous outfits and jewelry, and she should not be going to the exile with Ram. She is Lord Ram's wife, so she has equal right in the kingdom. She could probably stay here and take his place till the time he returns. But Keke was, as I said, was unimpacted by this. She was still quiet. But at the same time, even though everybody was so supportive to Mother Sita or Sita, everybody was very, very supportive. They didn't want her to go. But Sita knew her duties very well. So she knew her duties to her husband, that she has to be with her husband. She has to support his decision, and she has to be with him all the time just to make sure that he has a comfortable life. So even though she had to go with him to the forest, she was ready to do that. She was ready to do all that for her husband because she was very, very, very dutiful. All right. Yeah, so everybody in the country, everybody in the kingdom, all the people of the kingdom, the servants around them, people were crying. They were saying a lot of things because they were just not approving of this decision that has been taken to send them to forest. So they all were saying all that, and King Dashrath was hearing that. If you look at King Dashrath in the picture, also he's holding his head in his hands, and he is almost very, very devastated right now because he just can't take this anymore. He's just not happy about this. He's completely broken. Looking at this, first of all, though he has to take the decision that Lord Ram has to go to the forest, but he's not happy with this decision, because we had talked about this many times that Lord Ram was very, very close to him, and he was going to be, he was the crowned king as well, right? So he was just not happy with this decision. And moreover, with him, now Lakshman and Sita are also going, he just can't take that anymore. So he was lamenting. He was literally lamenting. And he's thinking that he would have done some terrible, would have given some terrible pain to other living beings, and that is why he has to go through so much pain. And it is said also, right, for parents, they're the biggest asset, or for them, the most important thing in their life is their kids, is their children, right? Anything happens to them, they're not too worried, but anything happens to kids, well, that moves them literally. So yeah, Dashath is going through a lot of emotions right now. He's completely broken. So he's thinking that it's all karma. That is why he has to go through this. And he was shedding tears. He was choking off. He was just talking to Lord Ram, as Lord Ram is almost planning to get out of his sight and leave for the forest. He said, Dashath told the servants that Dashath asked the servants to get his best chariots, so that the chariot can take Lord Ram with his family and Lakshman to the outskirts of the kingdom, so that they can go to the village, go to the forest from there. So Lord Ram, Sita approached the chariot, and then Kaushalya came. Kaushalya wasn't very happy, but she has to let them go. Similarly, Lakshman's mother also came, and then though she is again not happy that her son has to go to the forest, but at the same time, she is a good mother and she is a good queen of the kingdom as well. So she told Lakshman to take care of Lord Ram as his own father. So you know, that's the kind of position she wants Lakshman to think of Lord Ram as. So give Lord Ram the position of his own father, respect him, and do everything to make his life comfortable in the forest. And then at the same time, she said, consider Mother Sita as your own mother. And then that you have to have that respect, and just to make her life also comfortable, you have to do anything. So what a mother she is, right? Even though she is not very happy that her son is going to the forest, but still she is reminding him of his duties at this point. All right. Okay. So finally, everybody was, as they were departing, they folded their palms and took permission from the elders, and they got into the chariot so that they can leave. And here again, they were talking about Mother Sita, that she is just not ready to neglect her duties towards her husband. So she's all set to leave the kingdom with him. And Kaushalya's heart was very, very touched with that. She really thought she's a princess. She's always lived in the palaces and had all the luxuries. And she is now leaving everything behind just to support her husband while he's staying in the forest. So she was very, very touched by her thoughts and dutifulness. Sorry. And while they were leaving, Lord Ram looked around to all the ladies who were standing there. They were not in a very good mood, but he looked at everybody, and then he asked for the forgiveness for any kind of unkind words he would have said or used. So he just asked for the forgiveness for his ignorance, and then he takes leave from everybody. Everybody's crying, nobody's happy. And finally, Lord Ram, Sita, and Lakshman, they touched King Dashrath's feet, to take his permission, the final permission, so that they can start. And as I mentioned, they got onto the chariot so that they can leave. And this is where we end today's story. All right, I'm just going to open this forum for everybody. Whoever wants to share your thoughts. So any learning we had from the small piece of story that we read today, or any thoughts that you have, anything that you want to share from this, feel free. So I'm going to start with Ryan.
Mataji.
Yeah.
I just made a dragon and an elephant and a parrot.
Okay. So while we were reading the story, you were making all that. Is that what you're saying?
No.
Okay, good. Thank you, Ryan. Do you want to talk anything about the story? No? All right, let's move on. Rishya, you're next.
That's Mataji. You should always take care. You should always love all the people that are going.
So respect for everybody.
Yeah, you have to give respect, honest, respectful, and responsible, kind.
Yes, very nice. You should be like that. That is true. Thank you. To everybody, every living thing.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good thought. Thank you. Livon, you're next.
Kaiki was happy because her son got to be the next king, and Rama was going to the forest for 14 years or exile.
Right. She was only thinking as a mother, right? Not as a queen. Yep. Thanks for sharing that. Mentally, you want to share something?
Rama was living in the forest, but the Sharat was very sad. There were snakes around down of the sofa.
Sofa.
Yeah.
That's all right. Yeah, right. He wasn't happy about that, right?
No.
Yeah, that's the right statement. As a father, right? He would never be happy with that decision. Thank you for sharing that, Natalie.
And he will live for there for 14 years.
Oh, yeah, that's another thing, right? He was gone for 14 years. Yeah. Yeah, it's difficult to take that. Thank you, Natalie. All right, Tushita, you're next.
We should listen to our parents.
And? But do you want to say anything else?
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Tushita. Yeah, listen to your parents, right? Listen to your elders. Very good thought. Thank you for sharing that. Vaishnavi, you're next. Vaishnavi? All right, we'll move on. Mother, would you like to share something?
She's asking you. Say. We should be humble.
We should be humble like Sri Ram.
We should be humble like?
Sri Ram. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you, Madhav. Beautiful thought. All right, Gayatri Pradhan, I think anyways, I'll move on meanwhile. Palvit, you're next.
It's not Gayatri Pradhan, it's Janvi Dalai.
Exactly, Janvi. I was just trying to recall your name, but I thought I'll come to you next. Okay. So let's whose name did I pick? Palvit. Yeah, Palvit, go ahead.
all the people love Lord Rama so much. We should also love
That is right.
Rama.
Wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. All right, Janvi, go ahead.
So when
Dasharat,
no,
Ram,
Bharat's
Kaikeyi.
dad.
Dasharat.
Bharat's dad.
Yeah,
I mean Bharat's mom.
Kaikeyi.
When KK told King Dashrath for Krishna to leave the palace,
Ram.
I mean Ram to leave the palace, King Dashrath was really sad that he tried to convince Ram to stay for one day. But Ram did not listen and listened to Bharat's mom instead.
No, it's not listening.
Yeah, right. Because he was supposed to leave immediately. So he definitely did that. He followed the orders of the king and his father. Thank you for sharing that. All right. Shubhadra and Giridhari.
So Mataji,
Hmm.
so Lord Rama did not agree with his father because staying for one day, like do we have food or not? So like Lord Rama said that he wouldn't stay here for one day because what would be the matter of sleeping here only just for one night? And then he said to his father that he would go to the forest for 14 years or 13, I guess. And then Lord Rama went in the forest for 14 years.
That is right. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that.
Mataji, can a brother
Yeah.
Mataji, okay, can I say something, Mataji?
Yeah, Giridhari, go ahead.
That when Lord Ramchandra like when Kaikai said that to Lord Rama that you have to go to the exile of the 14 years exile in the forest, that happened, that incident happened. Rama obeyed the her law, or her he obeyed Kaikeyi, so he went to the forest. But when he was in the forest, wanted to go to the forest now, his father said that to not to go, but he wanted to go because he has to obey Mother Kaikeyi. So with Lakshman and Sita, I think that I can conclude, Mataji, that Lord Ramchandra does not hesitate and has no anger on Kaikeyi. He just immediately go to the forest with his brother and wife. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
That is right. Yeah, you definitely talked about a very good point. Thank you, Giridhari. That was beautiful. Thanks. Garangi?
Mataji, we should listen to our parents when we go somewhere, but Lord Ram didn't listen to his father. So when we go outside, we should ask your parents to help or go by yourself. But Lord Ram didn't listen because Kaikeyi loved to see him too. Kaikeyi loved to go to him to the forest, but his dad didn't. But Lord Ram's father didn't say that to Lord Ram to go to the forest. Thank you, Mataji.
That is right. Thank you, Garangi. Janvi?
we have to learn that we have to be humble, because Ram, he didn't even regret to go to the forest. He just humbly just went. And also I like it how Dasharat was such a pure devotee of Lord Rama. He wasn't even act like it was his own son. He was act like it was his Lord, so he wouldn't let him go.
That is correct. And you actually, yeah, you definitely did talk about one of the good points that even though you're a devotee, but sometimes you have to take decisions just because the Lord has planned certain activities. Those activities wouldn't happen if this wouldn't have happened, right? So if Lord Ram wouldn't have gone to the forest, then what would happen to Ravan, right? So all those, we will read about those stories later on, but then all those would only happen, all those incidents would only happen if this would happen. Otherwise, nothing would have happened, right? So it's planned in such a way. So yeah, that's a very good point. And you all talked about very beautiful points. We are running short of time, but I just wanted to briefly talk about one thing that I definitely liked from today's thing. You have covered everything. One of the things that I really liked is about how everybody was playing their roles so perfectly, how everybody was so dutiful and performing their duties so well, from mothers to a wife, to a brother, to a father. Everybody was playing that role so perfectly. They knew their duties very well, and they were ready to give up their luxuries to to perform their duties. So that's one of the things I really liked from today's short story. Let's move on, guys. Kids, you just keep impressing me with so many points. I keep learning from you all the time. So now is the time I will have to ask Anjana Gopika Mataji to help us learn this beautiful shloka. Hare Krishna Mataji, what do you?
Everyone.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Okay.
Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji, this is Janvi
Remove
Dalal.
that.
Hare Krishna Mataji, this is Ryan.
Haribo. Now we learn the shloka, okay?
Go ahead, Mataji.
Okay. Okay, today's shloka is 259. You all can repeat after me. Visaya vinivartante. Visaya vinivartante. Niraharasya dehina. Niraharasya dehina. Rasavarjam. Rasvapyasya. Rasavarjam rasvapyasya. Param drishtva nivartate. Param drishtva nivartate. Visaya vinivartante. Niraharasya dehina. Rasavajam rasapyasya. Param drishtva nivartate. One more time, okay? Visaya vinivartante. Niraharasya dehina. Rasavajam rasapyasya. Param drishtva nivartate. Yeah, I want you all do together, okay? 1, 2, 3. One more time.
One more time. Vishya. Param drishtva nivartate.
Last time. Okay, 1.
Vishya.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You all did very good job. You can practice at home also. Okay. Yes, now Mataji will teach you what you know, Devanagari. Go and do your homework. Now Mataji will teach you.
Like this one.
Mataji. All right, kids. Let's start. Now the time to learn Devanagari. Of course, get your pen and papers, everything ready. We will do a quick run on what we have learned so far. You don't even let me speak. You know what we need to do, right? All right. Let's start with Tushita. Letter K for you.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Livon, letter K for you.
Kaka, ki, kaka, ka, ki, ku, kar, ki, kai, ko, ka, cow, come, ka. Thank you, Mataji.
Very nice. Thank you. Janvi, letter G for you.
Go away.
Ga, ga, ki, gu, gu, go, gum, gaha.
Wonderful. Thanks, Janvi. Risha, letter G for you.
Which one, Mataji?
Letter G, the fourth one from top. This one.
Ga, ga, gi, gu, gu, guru, gi, gai, gu, gai, gu, gum, gaha. Thank you,
Right, thank
Mataji.
you. Thank you. Madhav, letter Ch for you.
Jump, jump. Thank you.
Very nice. Thank you, Madhav. All right, moving on. Garangi, letter Ch for you.
Ja, ja, ji, ju, ju, re, jai, jo, jump, jaha. Thank you, Mataji.
All right, Garangi, thank you. Let's do Vrinda, do you want to do letter J?
Yes. Ja, ja, ji, ju, ju, ji, jai, ju, jum, jaha.
Awesome, thank you. So Devi, letter J for you.
Yes, Mataji. Ja, ja, ji, True, 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 chai, cho, jao, cham, jaha. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you. Mathili, letter T.
Tata, titi, tutu,
True.
true, dum,
Te tai.
te,
Ta to.
to,
Tam taha.
tam, taha. Thank you, Mataji.
Wonderful. From last week to this week. This is wonderful, Mathili. Thank you. All right. Shubhadra and Giridhari, letter T for you.
Yes, Mataji. Ta, ta, ti, ti, tu, tu, te, ta, tam, taha. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, moving on. Janvi Dalai, letter D for you.
Da, di, do, day,
Do, do,
do,
dum, daha.
dum, daha.
Awesome. Thank you. Ryan, you want to do letter D? Ryan, you there?
Mataji, are you sharing the screen?
Yes, Mataji, can you
We can't
do that?
see, that's why.
Oh, okay, okay. Let me just try one more time. Can you see now?
Yes, now we can able to see.
Sorry about that. Wow, so kids were reading without seeing the screen. I'm amazed today. Seriously. All right, let's do it.
Mataji, it was visible for us.
Okay, Mataji, just kidding. All right, Ryan, letter D, right? Yeah.
Dada.
Tata, titi, tutu, tata,
Te,
Do, dow, dum, da.
tutu.
te, dum. Okay.
I don't know my.
That's okay, dum, da. All right. Thank you. Janvi, you want to do letter D?
Yes, Mataji. Dada, diti, dutu, tru, they, do, dum, daha.
Awesome, thank you. Letter R for Livan.
No, ni, no, nina, no, now, namna. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Livan. All right, we have few more. Anybody else is interested? Otherwise, I'll wrap up real quick. Livan, go ahead with the.
Tata, ti, tu, tru, ti, tai, tu, to, tau, tum, ta.
Very
Thank you,
nice.
Mataji.
Very nice. Thank you. Rishya, letter Th.
Mataji, do you want to move to the breakout because we have another class
Tata,
of Govinda also?
ti,
Ma-
tu, tru, ta, tai, tu, tum, taha.
Yeah, thank you. Mataji, we have class in 4 minutes, right? Or we have it now?
Yeah, we have class at 4 minutes because again after Govinda we have one more class. So
Okay.
we have to be on time all the classes. So we will move to
Sure.
the breakout. Is that
Let's
okay?
move to the breakout. Yeah, let's move to the breakout, Mataji.
Yeah, then we can do it relax. We don't have to rush with the
Yeah,
children.
that's perfect. Yeah, we need a couple of minutes.
Yeah, I'm
Thank
just creating the breakout. Just give me a
All right.
minute.
All right, kids, we'll see you in the breakout.
Yeah. So that we can do it nicely.
Oh, yeah.
You can spend some time with Laxmi Mataji.
I need more time with them. I need more time with
Everybody
them.
wants to talk to Mataji. So
Mataji, I enjoy talking to them, so it's I'm not being selfish there.
yeah, I'm going to open the rooms. Please click on join.